Let's go, let's go. On the hop, fellas, on the hop. Who wants it? Let's see some hustle out there today. Got a big game this week. Come on.
Time is running out. This is it. We go for gold.
Hey, big fella, swing over here. Let's talk. We've been talking about you getting better.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. The work this fella did through the air last week is the main reason they come into this game off a win. If not spectacular, it was a very steady performance for him, and one he'll be looking to build on in this matchup.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Flush to his right. And his first pass is incomplete. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to. And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Miller, and he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. So the pickup there for Lamar Miller, and he actually shredded his current team last year when he played against them. 175 yards, another 61 in the air, and 2 touchdowns.
I guess that's a classic example of if you can't stop him, go get him, put him on your team. Lamar Miller, a big-time pickup for the Texans. Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Over the middle, Cooper with it. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On second down, here's Miller. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the big man. Get the oxygen tank ready. 20, 10, 5. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over.
And now out comes Houston. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
Completion left side to Miller. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put...
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point kicker. Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. He got 29 yards that time. Nice job there, Charles. They picked up the...
So he doesn't get hit back there. Confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice little change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
And an alley to run. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one good for 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And Anderson's got it. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the first down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him. Let him.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And a big turnover there is hit. And now out comes Houston. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And how about this? It's the other Brandon Marshall that picks it off. And they will set up shop. And now out comes Houston. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something? You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to... And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. So that right there was his... Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance? And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the safety, T.J. Ward. And they get the football. They'll set... The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half two. Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time. How many plays do you script coming out of the second? Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. Call it a loss of 14 on the play, and it'll be a second and long. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Steps away to his left. And his throw here's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. Third down here. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his fifth touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. His throw incomplete.
Holding. Defense.
That's one of those ones that is so hard to judge, but defensive holding there, that's what the referee saw. They'll look to throw here on first down. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, second down. Timing is crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Back now at the home of the champs, Sports Authority Field in Denver. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And now out comes Houston. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
While an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play, for the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
They got a completion there, but that's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, very, hey, take 1 or 2 yards, we're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Sylvester Williams in there to get him. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Broncos, they move back.
Today's a work day, gentlemen, and you know what that means? We got to get better today. What I want to know is, who's ready to work? I'm ready to work. Are you ready to work?
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38! Let's go! What? Nine! Let's go! Brad 38! Brad! Come on, let's go! What? 90! What? 90! Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38! Here we go! What? 90! What? 90! Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38! Come on, let's go! What? 90! What? 90!
Well, fellas, there's not a whole lot I can say about that performance today. We have high aspirations as a team. If we want to get there, we got to raise our game. Because if we repeat what I saw out there today at our next practice, it is going to be a very long season. We can do better.
Here we go! What? 90! What? 90! Let's go! What? 90! What? 90! Here we go! Brad 38! Brad 38! Here we go! Brad 38! Brad 38! Come on, let's go! What? 90! What? 90! Here we go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
Hey, man, that was great. I mean, you had a great day today. The game is really starting to slow down for you, isn't it? I can't wait to see what you're going to do on Sunday. Good job.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL.
Tight end. 4 down, check, 4 down,
Let's go. White, 90.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 down, check.
Here we go.
They'll set up a throw. Setting up the screen for Miller. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
It's really simple to say that they...
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. And now out comes Houston.
Here we go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Come on, now.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Holding offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag.
Watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left.
Let's go.
Now back to throw. Flushed out right. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. It's the first time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Ziggy Ansah, in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Flex round.
Watch the twist.
Ohio.
Back to throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. The 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 93 yards. And now out comes Houston. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punching in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. DeAndre Levy in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And now out comes Houston. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times.
It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Houston. 64 yards. And the young Bucks showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
They'll look to throw here. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Haloti Ngata with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. He'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now hold everything. And now out comes Houston. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So deja vu all over again. Another good week, and Sometimes maybe because the defense doesn't look that bad, maybe this is just good offense beating good defense in his case.
I like that because we always want to point out that there's a breakdown or someone made a mistake or there was an error. Sometimes it's exactly as you described it. Sometimes they just made better plays, and that's what he's been doing for the last 2 weeks. Someone's got to find a way to cover this guy. Otherwise, he may set some records. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeAndre Levy in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Partner, I know that ball security is preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Darius Slay with a pick. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
He was looking for Riley Cooper that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Ten yards still left on 2nd down.
Strong left. Here we go. Hey. 190.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the rookie Braxton Miller with it. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Years of slot receivers really gained stack.
Take this up to about the 37. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
Here we go. 190. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to look deep down the field. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
7 yards remain now on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down.
Tight end left. Tight end left. 4 down. 4 down. Here we go. Red 38. Flex round. Flex round. Get wide. Flex round. Flex round.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. And now out comes Houston. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys.
And got his man complete. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller with his second touchdown of the game. And here comes the Texans now. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And last time, one-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyron Walker in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He was looking for Riley Cooper. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
So it was fourth down. They go deep to try to pick up the first. They pick up more than that. They pick up a score.
I'm not even sure the analytics guys would think that was a good gamble. Fourth down there going for it. But
well, going into the final play of this game.
All right, gentlemen, we made way too many mistakes this week, okay? The coaching staff has gone in. We've simplified the game plan. Let's go out here and execute. Hey, we got to execute.
Come on, let's go! Red 38! Red 38! Let's go! White 90! White 90! Here we go! White 90! White 90! Here we go! White 90! White 90! Let's go! White 90! White 90! Here we go! Red 38! Red 38! Let's go! Red 38! Red 38! Come on, let's go! White 90! White 90! Let's go! Red 38! Red 38! Come on, let's go! Red 38! Red 38! Let's go! White 90! White 90! Here we go! White 90! White 90!
Listen up, gentlemen, listen up. Today was just flat out bad. Coaches can only do so much. We can only create a game plan. We can't go out there and practice for you. That's on you. Today was a bad practice. Let's
Here we
pick
go!
it up.
White 90! Come on, let's go! Red 90! Let's go! White 90! Come on, let's go! Red 38! Red 38!
Hey, man, that was great. I mean, you had a great day today. You finally getting it. You're starting to turn the corner, and that's what we like to see as a coaching staff. Show us some more.
Today's a work day, gentlemen, and you know what that means? We got to get better today. Who's ready to work? I'm ready to work. Are you ready to work? If you are, then go out and prove it to me.
White 90. White 90. Let's go. Red. Here we go. Red 38. Come on, let's go. Red 38. Red 38. Here we go. Let's go. White 90. White 90. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Red 30.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Here we go. Red 38. Watch 84. Red 38.
They go play action here on first down. Right side, caught Fedorowicz. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Out of the gun now on third down. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play. Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Jags' new signee from Denver, Malik Jackson. And now out comes Houston. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Flush to his right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
He finds his target, Fuller.
Holding, defense.
Well, they have the yards anyway, so they're going to decline the penalty. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll look to throw now on first down, eluding the pressure right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
At the end of one. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Pass incomplete. C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Paul Posluszny, the linebacker, brings him down.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep the...
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he returns it here to his own 18. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And they will set... And now out comes Houston. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it's a second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. He's got a man complete. And that one results in 35 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And they take possession. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Miller, the lone setback. They'll set up to throw. And that's incomplete.
Holding. Defense.
And you, as a former defender, should know that the referees are watching this closely. Defensive holding.
They watch it awfully closely. I sure wish they'd let it be 5.5 yards like they do for the offensive guys. But in this case, they were strict with the rule.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Being chased out left. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Cooper was the intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down. It's 3rd down, 6 yards to go for the offense. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Holding. Defense.
So the grab there by the defense, the holding penalty call. It's a gain of 5. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Right side caught Fedorowicz. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And now they're in the hurry-up. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense, because they picked up a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Let's go. What?
They'll look to throw again. And the hook up here with Jalen Strong complete. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming.
Now the ball comes loose, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. He got it stripped, but you can see the panic in his face from up here through the helmet. He was able to dive back on it.
A good bit of fortune for him because oftentimes on a strip sack, when that ball is wrenched out of your grasp, it can go in any different direction. It can go way away from you. In this case, it didn't matter. He was able to get on it.
Dumps it complete to Miller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Back to throw now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And he lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that,
And now out comes Houston. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And to the left side, Fedorowicz has it. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Let's go. What? 90. What? 90. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And he's got it, Fedorowicz. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the 5th overall pick, Jalen Ramsey. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct. And what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now, but later when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech,
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Come on, let's go. What?
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Dancing to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a first down.
A first down carry now for Miller. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play. And quickly they get to the line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
Holding offense. The penalty is declined.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end. Let's go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And now here is on. Another interception. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And now out comes Houston.
Check 26. Check 26. Here we go.
They go back to the air here after the INT. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. A big-time play there for the Texans. 46 yards.
Let's go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Cooper was the target there. And now it's 2nd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
4 down. Let's go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Steps away to his left. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Intended that time for Cooper, and it's 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'd be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Malik Jackson in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Looking to throw, being chased out left. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
Let's go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
A big spot now for the Texans as they'll try for two. And that was just an old-fashioned scramble play, 4th and goal, and he willed his team into the end zone.
And I just don't know how, on the other side of the ball, you keep your composure. You account for everything.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the 5th overall pick, Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions.
And Charles, I think when the schedule...
Let's go, let's go. On the hop, fellas, on the hop. Who wants it? Let's see some hustle out there today. Got a big game this week. Come on.
Let's go! Red 38! Red 38! Here we go! Red 38! Come on, let's go! Red! Let's go! White 90! White 90! Let's go! Red 38! Red 38! Come
All right,
on,
it's
let's
time to
go!
pick it up.
Red
Let's go
38!
for gold.
Red
All right, man. Every day is an opportunity to get better. We got to get better today. What I want to know is who's excited to work. I'm ready to work today. Are you ready to work? Let's go out here, let's show them what we're about, and let's get this done.
Let's go! White 90! White 90! Here we go! White 90! White 90! Let's go! White 90! White 90! Let's go!
All right, you've got one shot left. We're going for gold. Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. For this man, a chance to show how far he's progressed over the offseason. So many quarterbacks make huge leaps forward in their second NFL season. We'll see if he's one of them. It's the Steelers going up against the Colts. With that, let's call in our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis, with this opening week matchup.
Larry, from the heartland of America, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Lucas Oil Stadium here in Indianapolis. Today, it's the opener of the 2017 NFL season between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Indianapolis Colts. Brown, the lone receiver, left.
Come on, let's go!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him 11 on the gain there. And it's good enough for a Pittsburgh first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. And, Charles, we get a look here at the key inactives, and I tell you what, a big list for being this early in the season.
If there's any silver lining at all.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. T.Y. McGill in there to sack him for a loss of 6. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Second down, 9 yards to go.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Holding. Defense.
Got a little handsy there, defensive holding, Charles.
And defenders will get away with as much as you will allow. The 5-yard mark tells the officials where the line should be drawn.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Holding. Defense.
So the defensive holding penalty here, Charles.
You get outside of 5 yards downfield and you get grabby with an offensive player, the flag will come out every time.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to go up top again. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 53 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Great play there off the end. Question, Charles, in a 4-3, you hear about the D tackles a lot. What's the role of the ends?
What they want to do is control the edges of the defense. And you always hear about an offense talking about setting the edge in the running game. Well, the defense wants to do exactly the same thing. In the defensive end, often against an offensive tackle, sometimes a tight end, they can't let themselves get hooked and let a running back get outside, because if they do that, that hurts the integrity of the defense overall.
My man, the encyclopedia. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. They'll set up to throw. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly.
Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Holding. Offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up 1st downs.
They'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. Brown, the lone receiver, left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down.
Here we go.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
Man, it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. T.Y. McGill in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down. That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
They'll set up a throw. Bryant with a catch right side. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Martavis Bryant, 50. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again.
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 4. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They go back to the air here after the INT. And some room to work. And avoids the contact by sliding. It's a gain of 14 there. And the Steelers are going to have a first down. And they're going to speed things up here. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete.
Holding offense.
And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who's just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to take another shot here. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Butler. And his... The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll look to throw here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Second down now after the incompletion.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And a loose football. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. He had gained really good yardage. That's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Over the middle here to Brown. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Man open left side is Brown. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to... got his man complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Flush to his right. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. 4 yards remaining now on 2nd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And some room to maneuver. The ball comes out, and the Colts pick it up. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief, that you still have the lead.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd